CVK, Prateek, thank you very much for joining us in the CNBC-TV18 boardroom. CVK, first question. This quarter has been an all-round miss. We were expecting that it's going to be a tough quarter, things are challenging, projects are going to be put on hold. But can you tell us what happened in the last 3 months which made the quarter worse than what you were anticipating?
The most important thing is there are 3 verticals: financial services, manufacturing, and life sciences, which contributes to 60% of our services revenue. They've delivered a very strong mid-teen growth. Even in this environment, these 3 verticals have done extremely well. We have challenges in tech and telecom because we saw some more ramp downs during the quarter, more than what we expected. And that's what has resulted in a decline in these 2 verticals, serious decline. But we do believe things will recover from here on. As I said in the call yesterday, it's like a cycle where the discretionary spend reduction or whatever moderation that has happened on the discretionary spend gets offset with more efficiency-led opportunities. And that's really happened in the 3 verticals where we have delivered a strong mid-teens growth. And I think the other verticals will also follow suit in the coming quarters.
So for tech and telecom, we should see growth in Q2? Things recover as soon as the current quarter?
That's right.
Okay. And can you talk a little bit more about the ER&D spending, discretionary projects being put on hold? What makes you confident that the worst is behind? And do you think the worst is behind?
Yes. Reema, even if you take our ER&D business profile, a big part of it is in tech and telecom. Almost half of our business is in tech and telecom and what we call as an asset-light industries in the engineering services. And the other half is in manufacturing, med tech, and transportation and other areas. So we've taken the brunt of our engineering services decline in these 2 verticals in this quarter. And given our forecasts and given all the projections, we do believe there will be a good recovery in these verticals in the coming quarter.
Okay, confident about a good recovery. But can it get back to double digit or will it be a mid-single digit kind of a recovery year on year for tech and telecom?
I think we are right now focused on sequential improvements. I really don't have a good sense of the year-on-year numbers.
And ER&D spending, the worst is behind us, the cuts that we've seen.
That's right.
On the whole. Prateek, can you talk about on the margin front what happened? We've seen a sharp drop in the margins, yet you maintain your full year guidance of 18 to 19%. What makes you confident you will be able to achieve it?
So, Reema, good morning again. So first of all, the revenue impact does go down to quite an extent, while obviously we've taken a lot of actions during the quarter, which has prevented the whole thing from percolating down. But that is the real big factor. Apart from that, going forward, we have already taken and announced some of the actions. We do have an action plan beyond that. And the actions that we have announced are related to the salary increments. So for the senior employees, there will be no increments this year, given where we have started the year in Q1 with. And for the junior and mid employees, there would be a deferral of 1 quarter. So those are the announcements we already made yesterday. And there are actions beyond that to make sure we derive the cost savings that are necessary to meet the numbers that we have set for ourselves. And that is where the confidence comes from that we will achieve those numbers.
What will be the savings on the margin due to the changes that you've effected on the wage front this year?
I mean, I can't really quantify the exact thing. That's not something we've published, but it is a meaningful amount. I'll just leave it at that.
And what are the other changes, if I may ask, if you could elaborate on the cost rationalize? Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, in a way, if you look at a normal year across the 3 quarters, which is Q2, to Q4 for us, the total impact does add up to something like 150 basis points, but that's on an annualized basis. Because we spread it across 3 quarters for the year, the impact is lower, and we are not cutting all of it, we are cutting some of it.
Okay. CVK, getting back to the acquisition that you've announced early this morning, you've acquired a German automotive engineering company called ASAP for 154 million euros. Take us through the rationale, the synergies, the margins on this acquired company, and once you integrate it, what could be the growth potential and how much can it contribute in H2?
Yeah, so Reema, it's 154 million euros in revenue in calendar year 2022. We are paying 250 plus million euros for this acquisition. If you look at overall ER&D spend, almost 20% of the global ER&D spend is focused on automotive verticals. Today, there is so much happening in terms of mobility, autonomous and connected kind of vehicles, and that's where this company is focused on. And Germany is again a very big market for the automotive business. So we think it's a perfect, and we are a little bit under-indexed in that space. We've been always highlighting that we were under-indexed on the automotive side, and this is going to give us a big support in really reaching out to customers and also having the right offerings, which will really drive momentum here. We expect the acquisition to really get closed by this quarter, which is September of this year, and the second half will fully contribute. So if it is 153, half of that, 76, 77 million euros. Obviously, it's been a growing company, so there'll be some more growth on top of it. That's where we are.
And CVK, the full year guidance of 6 to 8% that you'd given in April was prior to this acquisition. So the guidance is organic, or will it include?
Yeah, we've always maintained that our guidance is organic, so 6 to 8% is organic. Whatever contribution from ASAP will be incremental to the organic guidance numbers that we've shared.